Sister, I went and got a pedicure the other day.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I thought it looked really cute, but now my toenail is looking a little funky.
Oh, okay. Do you think you should maybe go to the doctor and have it checked
I
out?
don't know. I mean, I don't really have the copay for that right now.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
You know what? It's fine. The Flower Child, she's watched all the seasons of Grey's Anatomy, so she's basically a doctor anyways. I'll just have her take a look at it.
It sure beats paying a copay.
I think between her and WebMD, I can figure it out.
I bet you'll be just fine. Who needs health insurance? Hello, and welcome to Adulthood is a Project, the show where two sisters discuss the lessons learned and growth earned through the realities of life. I'm Charlie, and you all know my sister Casey, and we're your hosts.
In today's episode, we'll be discussing health insurance. We will talk about holistic approach compared to drugs and the crazy cost. Let's get started.
I'm on it.
I was like, I'm waiting.
I know. You know what? My little thing was off to the left a little further than I could see. So sorry. Sorry, listeners. I got it though. We're ready to go. We're ready here now. Health insurance though.
All right. And thanks to a suggestion from one of our valued listeners, we're going to try something a little new to introduce our topic today. So we're going to have a little quiz time here. Quiz.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. I'm down. I'm down. Little quiz time. See what happens.
So I'm going to quiz you. This is like 5 questions.
Okay.
And
okay.
some of them like easy.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to be so bad at this.
No. Like some of them are going to be pretty easy, I think. So.
I think your idea of easy and mine are two different things, but we'll see what happens.
So I'll ask you a question, and then we'll give you like a little bit of time to come up with an answer. Not too long, though, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, not too long.
All right.
Okay.
You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Can I just point out real quick to our other listeners, like, we take your suggestions seriously. So if they can work in or we can do some, we're all about it. So we love the comments. We love the conversation. Like, keep it open, you guys, because you never know. You might have a whole new segment for us that we don't even know about that I'm scared of right now.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. First question. What is the only developed country that doesn't have universal health care for its citizens?
United States?
Ding, 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 ding.
I had my hand on the button hoping I was right.
All right.
Freaking U.S. Get it together. Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, I might mess this name up a little bit, but I don't think that's really going to matter too much. You're not going to know the name, but Stella?
Okay. You're setting me up for failure?
No. You're going to get it. You're going to get this one. You're going to know it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Stella Liebeck needed skin grafts after a drive-through disaster left her with third-degree burns. Which menu item was involved in this famous lawsuit?
McDonald's coffee! Yes!
Yeah.
I'm
You feeling good?
Okay, you did. Okay. I feel like I'm not even giving the listeners a chance to think about it because I'm so excited that I knew the answer.
I mean,
So I'll I'll calm down on the next one so we can all think
You're
for a
not.
second
You're
before
not
I
gonna.
jump in.
It's gonna take you a minute on this next one.
Okay. You were softballing me on the first few.
I just wanted to build up your confidence a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Nearly 4,000 Americans visit the ER every year for this issue. What is it?
4,000 Americans per year with the same issue.
Same issue.
The flu.
Boo.
Gonorrhea.
I don't know if you have to go to the emergency room for gonorrhea. Maybe.
I don't think so either. Just trying to go off the beaten path. It wasn't because I saw your face and it wasn't the flu.
It was not the flu. And you should go off.
What is it?
It's a foreign object in their rectum.
It's what?
A foreign object in their rectum.
Shut up. Shut up. Are you serious? Oh my Lanta.
Yeah.
I've never been so happy not to be statistic.
All right.
Okay.
2 for 3. 2 for 3.
Not bad. Not bad.
All right. Now, RFK Jr. just announced that he wants to ban something on television. What is it?
Oh God. Okay. Come, listeners. I'm just gonna give you a chance to shout your own answer because I got nothing on television.
Yeah, he wants to ban it.
I thought he like banned the. I don't know. Didn't he ban like education or something? I don't know. What is he doing? I don't know.
He does the Food and Drug Administration.
Ooh, didn't he cancel the red dye?
Okay, that's part of food. Like, the red dye is not in your TV, dude.
Oh, right. Oh, it's like a program on TV. Good point. Okay. Shit, I got nothing. I don't know.
Prescription drug
Commercials.
advertising.
Ooh, is it? Wait, did you just say it and I said it at the same time?
Probably. What were you saying?
Commercials. Is he banning like commercials if there's like, may cause night sweats and bleeding and ruptures of your spleen, like that kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
infomercials where they put too much shit on the back of it?
The prescription drug advertising.
Oh, shut up. Are you being serious?
Yeah, he wants to ban it.
Nice. I like that. I like that idea. So I'm down.
It.
Hell yeah.
I get it, RFK.
Hell yeah. Go RFK. On that, at least, for sure.
All right. So, I mean, I guess we could kind of give you a point there, but
it's smart. Okay, I know we're still in the middle of our quiz, but I'm just saying I don't even know the statistics on it. I think we're one of the few countries that actually even do advertising for drugs.
We are.
Yeah, there's a problem with that.
All right. Last question.
Okay.
What does HMO stand for?
Damn it. Ugh. I feel like I should know this and I don't. Has something to do with a doctor you get, like in your network. Like there's that term, HMO and non-HMO. Oh shoot, what is it? Health maintenance organization?
Yes.
Really?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
You got it.
I did not think I got that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna track this because I got what, 4 out of 5?
Yeah. You just missed those foreign objects in your rectum, dude.
Yeah. of all the things I missed. Darn it. I'm really sad about that. Of all the reasons I've ever had to go to the doctor.
I'm gonna have to come up with some harder quiz questions for you next time. You're too smart, man.
Okay. Listen, I think those were good. Honest to God, those were really good because I was like, oh, I am so gonna fail this. I'm like, oh, I actually got some. Like, yay, I got some. I did not think I was going to get what you might throw at me. Let me put it that way. Because trivia is not my strong suit, per se. I think I did pretty decent. Yeah, I did do decent, especially for someone who doesn't have health insurance.
Okay. So I feel like they make it hard to understand. And I say that because I know for me, I have health insurance through work. And every
Okay.
year we have to pick a plan. We are given a 30-minute time to go over the options, which we have like 5 or 6 options. And they kind of like lay it out like, here's this copay and blah, 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 blah. And you have to pick. And I'm like, I got 30 minutes to look at this to try to figure out what's. Listen, I don't use it anyways. I just pick the one that I know that my company
Okay.
will pay for.
Right, but then, like you said, they're like, oh, hey, here's your, let's say 5 options. I don't remember exactly what you said, but you got 3 to 5 options, and here's all your little copays, and you got like X amount of time, figure it out, send your paper back in, like we're done, and you're basing that decision on where you've been.
Mm-hmm.
So that decision has no reflection on what might happen to you in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
You're having to pick your health insurance for the next 12 months, assuming that your life's going to be the same as it was in the past 12 months.
Right. And then,
And, how do you know if something might happen that causes a major surgery, or I guess I'm really thinking more like big accident type things, but you don't know that. Or you might be like, in the past, I do not have health insurance at my job, but I'm going to base it on what's my lowest cost, right? Like I don't use it.
right.
I don't use it monthly. I don't use it weekly, monthly. I maybe use it once a year. So what's my absolute lowest payment I can make for the one time a year I need to go to the doctor?
Yeah.
And I'm going to make my decision on that. And these are all speculations because none of this has happened to me. But say fast forward, it's because I think what's the open enrollment, like November, December, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then say come February, the craziest things happen, and I get something stuck up my butt in my rectum. Guess what? Wasn't covered on my insurance. I had no clue.
Shouldn't have been shoving things up your butt.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. It was. I didn't know I was going to become a statistic. And so I chose my lowest health insurance, and it does not cover rectum situations.
It doesn't go for. That's always what I ask myself too. Like right before I shove something up my butt, I'm like, "Is my insurance cover my
I
rectum?"
don't know if my health insurance covers this.
Well, it doesn't cover my eyes, but I hope it covers my rectum.
I don't normally do this, but oh, my health insurance said no.
Then I just say, I slipped in the shower. I don't know how else that shampoo bottle would have got up there.
Yes, awkward. I mean, back in November, I had no idea I was going to slip in the shower in April. You know?
I don't know.
So now I done chose the wrong health insurance.
But yeah, I mean, we do. We have about 30 minutes to look over the plans and pick. And
Okay, so
there's so
I
much
mean,
jargon
when
that
I
I
was in
can't. Sorry, I was just saying
you're right. And so when I was in the industry that I did have health insurance offered by a job, like we usually got about 2 weeks. I, I mean, I am totally trying to go off my memory on that, but we definitely had at least 2 weeks to look at the plans, look at what they were offering, and then go off of that and then make our decision. So I'm not surprised because, I mean, you're a teacher, so you guys are like the lowest on the totem pole of anyone that should get any benefits in life ever. Duh. You're only shaping the future of our children's lives, but who cares about that? So I'm not surprised you only get 30 minutes.
Yeah. And then, I just picked the one because there's one that's priced that my company will just completely pay for it. Like, there's nothing out of pocket for me every month. They pay the premium every month.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just the one I pick. I'm like, yep, do that one. But
It's sold.
my company is literally spending $660 a month to cover me on something I don't use.
I mean, the whole thing's a freaking racket.
I know. I wish they would take that 660 and put it in at least an HSA, the health savings plan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the HSA. Like,
the HSA, yeah. And
because I had that at a job and I honestly really liked it. And
but you're putting your own money in it.
not a person that goes to the doctor a lot. Do what?
But it's you putting your own money in it. Like your company probably
I'm sorry.
they matched what you put in it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What I'm
Oh,
saying is, I don't want to put my money in it. What I want you to do is take that $660 you say that you put on my insurance and put it in a damn HSA that I can use.
yeah. So I can use it how I want to use it.
Right. Because do you think my chiropractor is
And
covered? No. I got to pay for that shit out of pocket.
no. And okay, and I'm not even gonna go crazy because I don't know numbers or whatever. But years ago, when I was at a company that offered health insurance, I got an HSA account, and it was a great, honestly, only HSA I've ever had an experience with. But it was amazing. Like I could do like 30 days of walking and get points towards my HSA, and those points equaled up to dollars. I could do like, oh, did you go do yoga for 30 straight days? Yes, I did. I recorded it. And oh, here's another X amount of money towards your HSA. They were great about that. Great.
Mhm.
What I discovered after is I could use that HSA to go to, let's say, Lens Crafters and get my prescription. I could go get my, my eyes checked, get my prescription done. And that's, I don't know, what is it? $80. I think I just went. You think I'd know the answer? I think it's like $89
Huh?
for a prescription, the eye exam, and 2 pairs of glasses. Right?
Right.
I'm not promoting them, but I'm just saying they're freaking great for their pricing. And I could do that, and instead of having to have eye insurance through the company, I could use my HSA for that. And it's right, like it's already pre-tax, I already paid the money into it. It's sitting there on this cute little card that I had, and I'm gonna pay for that, and it equaled out to like, yeah, that's something for your health that you can use, and we're matching you in dollars. They weren't matching, I don't remember what they were doing, but like I was getting a good chunk of money on it, and then I could use it for stuff like that was necessary without paying extra on my other insurance.
Right.
I don't know. It was handy.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna do that, throw the HSAs in there for sure. I'm about that.
Yeah.
Like put money on a different account with a different card that I'm not getting taxed on that I can use towards health expenses.
Right. And then you're not throwing your money away. I mean, at this point, like you might as well go take that $650 $50 a month and flush it down the toilet. I don't use my health insurance.
Right?
I don't use
Yeah,
it.
not at all. That same company I was working for, the only time I used it was to go get my yearly person exam,
Yeah.
and because I'd use it for that because it doubled my HSA. Like if you go get your your yearly exam, I'm sure I was a woman, so mine said woman, but if you went and got your yearly exam, like, oh, and here's another $80 on your HSA card.
Right.
Cool, man. To go to the doctor once a year, I'm in. That's why I'm going. I wasn't going for any other freaking purposes.
Well, and that's the thing is just when you do have insurance, it doesn't cover me. I tend to like to go a more natural approach, right? Like I would rather
Mm,
go see my chiropractor, acupuncture, dietitian, functional medicine, things like that are not covered
yeah,
through insurance. And so what do I gotta do?
right.
Pay out of pocket.
Your insurance isn't covering that. So it's like, oh, here, pay out of pocket for that.
Right.
The things that you would choose to do with your money,
Mm-hmm.
like you're still coming out of pocket for that because your health insurance that's provided through your company is not going to cover it.
Right. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that my company just pays for my insurance, I wouldn't even have it because I find it so useless.
I so find it useful. I have not had insurance for, oh my God, probably 8 years now, I think. And I know that when some people hear that and that freaks them out, it does not freak me out, like at all. I mean, it's a racket. Doctors are prescribing medicine you don't need. We can do so much with our own health with choices we make on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Right? The foods we eat, the surroundings we choose to have, the stuff we listen to, like all of, I know it's a little whack for a lot of people, but like all of that stuff affects us.
Oh, yeah.
So we can choose, right? Like I'm not going to listen to the news. Ew, gross. No thanks. Way too much negativity. You throw that negativity in there, and that negativity, like all the cells in my body are responding to things I'm hearing and listening to.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no thanks. Also, though, I haven't had insurance because my company didn't offer it, so I just did my own thing, and I'm like, I don't even go to the doctor.
Right.
So what does it matter? Like, I'm not gonna pay, $100 a month for something I'm not using because most of the time you're lucky that your company covers something because most companies don't. You're still paying out of your paycheck for a freaking insurance plan.
Oh, yeah. That's my benefits package.
Oh, okay. Lucky you.
But then I'm like, also just like when you're setting $100 a month, I'm like $100 a month. Like, what the hell kind of option do you think you're getting for $100 a month? You're not. You're not finding.
Right.
You're not finding anything for $100 a month that's covering anything, anyways.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, let's just pretend you did have a health problem and you're trying to get your prescription medicines. Those are probably, generally speaking, $60 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just for the prescription.
Oh, easy.
And that's your discounted rate because you have insurance.
Right.
It's just,
And the insurance thing also, it's if the doctor or hospital or whatever doesn't code things correctly, the insurance won't cover it. So we had the flower child. She had that big health scare back
right?
this fall. She had to be life flighted, intubated. She was in the hospital for a couple days, and the doctors, I'm gonna be quite frank, just weren't doing their job. And I was being up there, kind of obnoxiously being that mom. It's like, figure out what's wrong with my kid. But they just kept pushing it off and saying it was substance abuse. And that is what they labeled it on all of her intake stuff. So then when it got submitted to insurance, they're like, no, we don't cover substance abuse problems. We didn't
Which
even
is
know.
absolute bullshit anyway.
Right. Well, we didn't even
Shouldn't
know
have been labeled that way.
we didn't know that's how it was labeled. We didn't know.
Right.
And so then, what do we got to do? Go through this whole rigmarole to get it labeled correctly. But then, turns out, even if you have it labeled correctly, you can only submit claims to insurance once
Wait, so the claim had already been submitted.
and denied.
So even though you could fix the label, you couldn't resubmit the claim because it was already submitted?
It's already been denied. That claim's already been denied. And so
Oh,
when you're
such a racket! It's such a racket. I'm telling you, people, it's a racket.
and when you're sitting there talking about a life flight, 2 days in the hospital, numerous tests. I mean, this kid is 20 years old and sitting here in $100,000 of health debt. I told her to tell them to F right off.
Yeah. Well, it's not along those same lines, but I watched this episode on, you got listeners, I know I talked about this a few episodes ago about there was this show on Netflix back in the day, and I can't remember the dang name of it. But it was kind of like things exposed or the truth behind stuff. I don't remember the name of it. And they had an episode on health insurance. And a lady being interviewed on there said, listen, we're told to straight up deny. Like, that is my job. Is the first time a claim comes in, I'm supposed to hit deny. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't look at it. I just hit deny. And then they have to come back and actually fight for it in order for us to even actually look at the claim and actually read through it and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I thought, there's no way. That's insane. But on that, I don't think it was the dirty money thing, you guys. I don't remember, but it might have been the dirty money. And is basically, that's how those big insurance companies are getting all their money, dirty money, is because they're denying everything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, most people don't have time to sit there and make phone calls to the insurance company.
Oh, shit.
It's not like they answer on the first ring and you get a phone call and someone's like, oh, how can I help you?
Yeah, no. You
No.
have to take days off of work to deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's insane. You shouldn't have to do that.
yeah. Because you're not getting it done on your lunch break. I can assure you of that. You got an hour. Ha ha ha. Good luck. You're going to be dealing with this for at least 5 hours today.
I don't, it's that's what they want.
Yeah.
Is they want to make it so difficult that they, in this case, might be the big pharma, right? That you're not fighting it because you don't have the time to fight it.
Right.
Because who the hell has 5 hours in their free day? Because most of these insurance companies, let's face it, they're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. How convenient. Those are the same hours I work.
Yes.
Can't call them then.
Yeah. I know.
So, they want to deny you and set it up in a way that you can't come back and fight it. So then you're stuck with this debt for health benefits when the whole time you thought back in November in your 30 minutes to fill shit out, you thought you had health insurance. You had no idea, come June or July or August that this was going to happen and it wasn't covered. So then what are you going to do? Come the next November when it's time to fill it out, you're going to jump up to the next bracket and start paying out of your own pocket.
Bullshit on you.
Thinking that's covered. Yeah, it won't be. I don't recommend it.
I think at my next meeting I'll be like, now which one of these plans covers something that, like, if, something went up my butt?
Yeah. I'm like, does this cover what was it called? What was the proper term? Rectal?
Foreign objects in the rectum.
There it is. Can you imagine going to your HR person? I'm sorry, I'm really confused. I'm trying to read through all these options that I have for insurance, and I don't see foreign objects in my rectum covered anywhere. Like, what should I choose?
I slip in the shower a lot.
I'm so confused.
But yeah, I do think, and that's the other thing is where I just, you have the insurance that doesn't cover things, and they're constantly trying to push things on you that you don't need, right? Well, it's not that you don't need them, but it's just, let's put you on drugs instead of, I don't know, changing your diet.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. You have to do your own research and go to, like I said, like the functional medicine doctors to get anywhere, I feel like.
this would have been eight years ago, easily. And part of that HSA thing was you had to go to your doctor and get your yearly exam. So I found a doctor, I go in there, and I'm not going to go in the whole situation that was going on, but I go in there, I explain some of my symptoms, because at this point I think I probably should go to the doctor anyway. Like, I am lethargic, I've gained probably a good 10 pounds, not feeling good, no sex drive, and just like everything was just bleh. Have a meeting with her, whatnot. She's like, "Oh, I think you have a bad thyroid." Oh, okay. And mind you, I've heard about this for years. Not about myself. I've started to hear about it from other people. Like, oh, thyroid issues, thyroid issues, thyroid issues. I'm like, oh God, maybe that is my problem. Cool. She puts me on some thyroid medicine. Doesn't do shit. I go back 3 months later. Still doesn't do shit. She ups my dose, whatnot. Fast forward a couple years, where I'm going with the story is crazy, but I was depressed. Not once did she ask about my depression. It was, here, let's get you on thyroid medicine. Okay, and I'm taking it. It makes no difference, and I think I did it for like 8 months, 9 months, and I was like, I'm done. I'm just done. Like, this is making literally no difference in my life. So I got off the thyroid medicine, started doing my own thing. How we were talking about holistic choices, and I changed my diet, changes of my exercise, because I'm like, something's got to give in this thyroid medicine, isn't it?
Right.
And then I wasn't going to be at the job anymore, so then I was going to lose the insurance, but I was already done with that doctor. But there she was straight away, just trying to promote a prescription when all those symptoms I was telling you about, the being lethargic, the no sex drive, the being down and stuff, it all got fixed when I chose to change my daily habits of being active, whether it be hiking or, yoga, whatever the case was, but change my daily habits, change some of the shit ass food I was eating, and all of a sudden I feel great. Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah,
I
you
know.
add that in there. I'm like, that's a whole nother level of bullshit.
And that's, the flower child, she got sick several years ago. And I mean, she was really sick. She had lost 30 pounds in 2 months. She couldn't keep anything down.
Right.
I was stressed out. We're going to doctors, specialists. She's getting all these tests run, and they just keep telling me nothing's wrong with her. Well, you can't find anything. And I'm sitting here saying, listen, she's perfectly healthy, and all of a sudden she can't keep food down. It's running through her system, and she's lost 30 pounds. None of this is making sense. And so
Right.
they're not giving me any helpful suggestions. They're just trying to run all these tests, which are costing money. And
Well, they can charge it to the insurance, of course.
yeah, and then I ended up doing my own research, and of course I took her to acupuncture, chiropractor, like whatever, right? I'm doing other things. And finally, I was doing some research and I found the low FODMAP diet. So I asked the doctor, should we try this? And the doctor's like, oh, I don't really know too much about it, blah, blah, blah. Well, I do. Like, I've researched the crap out of this thing. And he says, well, you can give it a try if
Right.
you want to, but I think we need to do this other test. Lo and behold, we do this low FODMAP diet, and we find out what's causing the problem. And guess what? It all came down to change the diet. Just change the diet.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but the insurance company
I mean, and
didn't know that.
there is so much. I'm not gonna, obviously, I don't have enough information on it, but there is a lot of talk out there about kids with the ADHD and changing their diets. It's something to do with what did RFK ban, the red dye number 40? But there's a lot of stuff out there for kids with ADHD. It's not just the red dye, but those kids with ADHD like start changing their diets, and all of a sudden that ADHD just goes away. And it, like, our world was, in my opinion, was built with all this stuff that could help us, from root vegetables like quinoa, chia seeds, flaxseed, like all these things are out there that can help us, and our bodies are also meant to work with them and process them.
Right.
But we've gotten into such a fast food way of life and the easy stuff that we're not using those properly.
Right.
However, in changing them, like you just said with the flower shop, even changing that diet changed how she was able to process the food she was eating.
And it comes down to is work. I mean, it was a lot of work to go through that diet because I totally had to cook for her separately. And it was every meal. And it was for, I think, 6 weeks we did it. And then you go back and forth. It's a lot. I'm not going to get it.
Oh, by slowly adding something in or something like that. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
a lot of work. And people don't want to put that work into it. Some people just don't. It's easier to take a pill and fix the problem. Fix the symptom.
Yeah.
Fix
Oh,
the
absolutely.
symptom.
Of course it is. If I can keep eating the way I've eaten my entire life and take a pill
Hmm.
and be okay, why wouldn't I do that? When in reality, say, I'm not even going to get on that gluten train. Let's just go sugar.
Yeah.
Let's say I can like take out, I want to say false sugars. You guys, I'm not a sugar person, so I don't know, but like say I take out false sugars like in chocolate chips or something, but I stick with my natural sugars for my bananas and my strawberries, and my body can process those, and all of a sudden I don't have the allergic reaction I was having, whether it be a stuffy nose or, again, I don't have these problems. I'm just making things, like, I'm just trying to explain how simple that can be. Of like, change something in your diet, and you literally might be able to change all of it, as opposed to taking a pill from Big Pharma that you also need to go to the doctor for every X amount of months to get your prescription renewed. Because they need to confirm that you still have the same problem they diagnosed you with. So come back in 6 months. We're going to re-diagnose you. Everyone's getting a cut of your money because you have a problem. And you're also paying for a pill every month.
Yep. Exactly. So
Instead, I'm just going to, throw some flaxseed in my diet every day and call it good.
yeah. But I guess the reason insurance doesn't cover that is because there's just no money to be made from it, you might guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know, listeners. What's your take? I mean, we are clearly a little bit more about the holistic approach, the prevention over maintenance. What are your thoughts? And do you have any tips? What's your best tip out there for prevention of things? Go ahead and comment about.
Our lesson learned and growth earned on this is we're all for the prevention over maintaining. There's a lot of things that you can do for your body health wise just by adjusting your diet and exercise, honestly. Our bodies are amazing, and we have the innate ability to heal themselves in many ways, like our bodies do, if we're given the chance. So I say let them flourish the way they can and give them that option.
Indeed. In our next episode, we are going to discuss homeschooling. You're going to get our hot take on it. Thanks for listening. Until next time, go out there and be your favorite self.
And if you enjoy what you hear, be sure to leave a review to help others find us. And like and subscribe on your favorite listening platforms to catch all our future episodes.